And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
It is indeed one of the great nights of the NBA season. Welcome to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the East All-Stars going up against the West All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. All-Star voting format changed in 2013. 2 backcourt, 3 frontcourt starters as opposed to the old 2 guards and 2 forwards and a center. Do you like that change, Shaq?
It's my fault, Ernie. You know, there's not many dominant big men in the league these days. It's a sign of the times, but it's my fault.
Would you like to see the center position back on the All-Star ballot?
Would you like to ask me why it's my fault?
No, I know why it's your fault, because everything's your fault.
No, it's my fault because I killed them all. But yes, I would love to see the center back. Love to see guys play inside, bump and grind, and dominate. But, as I said earlier, there's not many dominant big men in the league these days.
Thank you all for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. For Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Let's go out to Kevin Harlan.
Hello and thanks for joining us for the NBA All-Star Game. With Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan.
And you know, this game at the midway point of the season, Kevin, a chance to put aside some of the grit and grind and moan and groan mentality of the regular season, the monotony of that, and really celebrate the game and its greatest stars. And everybody look forward to it. We do, as do the fans and the players.
That's a great word, celebrate, because that's truly what this is.
And I'll tell you what, guys, for each of these players, whether they're here for the first time or the umpteenth time, it's a tremendous honor and a reward for all the hard work and preparation that they have put into their careers to get to this level.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then there's Kobe. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low.
You know, it's always such a big to-do, a major event, a big-time happening every time the All-Star Game comes to town. Cities vie to host a big show, and it's a big boon to the local economy.
Yeah, restaurants, hotels, nightlife, it's one big celebration. And there's always that buzz in the air every time the All-Stars gather to play. Well, it never gets old to see the incredible talent on display here at All-Star Weekend.
Yep.
And this year is no different.
Well, pretty much all of the events are a lot of fun to watch, and it's a combination of tremendous skill and entertainment. You can't beat it.
The East All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the night.
At the line for 2.
The first one falls.
You know, I think one thing that makes the All-Star Game so special is just the history involved. This event has been held since 1951, and a lot of those legends of the NBA past are here in attendance.
Both free throws good from James. And when the players step out on the court, you know, Steve, they know that they're writing their names in the pages of history.
Yeah, they're really making their mark on this Sunday night, but at the same time, you know, they've just got to focus on playing the game. And sometimes you get caught up in the atmosphere and the moment, but for these players, it's all about just focusing on the game and trying to enjoy themselves.
Griffin's shot is good.
No defense being played at all right now.
Yeah, you know it'll be a high-scoring game, but at least make them work for it a little bit.
Wall attacking. Here's Jefferson. Can't hit from in close. On defense, the East All-Stars. Left side Durant from about 19 feet, and the jumper is good. Durant's got 5.
And how about the season he's had to this point? He's been so solid, just having a terrific year.
Yeah, guys, I mean, pretty much from game 1 of the season, he's been playing some of his best basketball ever. Boy, the bucket's coming fast and furious.
All offense out there, but that's what this game is all about.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I had a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau,
Coach joked about how he planned for this game. He said that he took a look at the roster of the other conference and realized that there is no way to plan for all the talent and superstars on the other side of the ball, saying, if I had to actually try and stop them from scoring, I might lose my mind. We don't want to see that, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Here's Paul after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Durant, the pass to Kobe. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Kobe's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Kevin Durant has set the bar pretty high with his scoring in All-Star games. He has averaged 30 points a game in his 5 appearances, and that's good for #1 in the history of the game.
Now here's Jefferson. Good.
Very lax defense. Both teams are just getting a sweat going. They haven't really got into the defense yet.
Well, Steve, you've watched these games before. That's not a big surprise. Saving some of that energy for the offensive fireworks is what they're doing.
And Durant, guys, not shy about slinging him up. 38 points on 27 field goal attempts in last year's game.
Yeah, it kind of felt like he was gunning for that MVP trophy. But the big thing with Durant, like LeBron, they love the All-Star game. They love to compete and play against the best guys in the league. They're not looking for a night off. They're looking to showcase their skills.
His 3-pointers off the mark.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
And here's Kobe after LeBron James hitting the 3. Here we go, James heading to the hoop.
They're doing a lot of spectating there on D. But hey, it's the All-Star game.
And here is Paul. And here's Kobe for 3. That's good. Bryant's got his second bucket tonight.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 15. Misses the chippy right there.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that miss.
The shot's good from Paul.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. And some changes here for the East. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Jefferson. Paul George comes in for James. And it's Rose in for John Wall. .135 left here in the opening quarter. Love with the screen on Curry. Wade dishes to Love. From 15 feet away, that falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so here are the West All-Stars. They trail by 3. Westbrook kicks to Davis. Here's Harden on the wing. And that one hits back iron.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And he gets it to go. George has got his first points of the night.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And here are the East All-Stars now. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Duncan, the pass to Westbrook. It's good. This game is all even.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Harden against George. The kick out to Rose. Wade on the wing. Here's Love, and he gets it to go. Love's got his second basket of the game.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
Here's Westbrook, kicks it out to Harden. Back to Westbrook. With 4 seconds.
Ridiculous. Tore it down that time. now that's an all-star dunk. That's why he's here.
Puts up a prayer. No good. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And we welcome you back to the NBA All-Star Game as we get set to begin the second quarter.
And Kevin, both teams percolating now.
Yeah, those early game jitters out of the way, Clark. Both teams settling into a groove. Well, you know, you always want your side to win, but I think it's pretty common that we don't see too many fouls in these games year to year.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, I think we usually see a few here and there because guys are also reacting based on instinct, playing the game similar to how they know how to play basketball. But aside from that, you usually aren't going to see too many whistles.
Anthony out there with Jefferson. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Williams. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
LeBron's checked in for George. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Griffin's checked in for Duncan. Durant comes in for Davis. Bryant is checked in for James Harden. And Lillard subbed in for Curry.
Well, one thing we're noticing here tonight, both teams pretty much taking care of the ball, which is impressive in a game like this.
Yeah, it really is, Steve. I mean, typically in a game like this, the players and teams can be a little loose, but that hasn't been the case so far.
And he gets it to go.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, I just, you know what, come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Lillard dishes to Durant. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Now, here is Irving. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's LeBron. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Well, when you know where your teammate is going to be, it doesn't make it a difference whether it's a normal game in the regular season or at All-Star Weekend.
I agree with you. I mean, they play well as teammates, and you're going to just naturally make plays with guys that you're used to playing with here.
Here's Kobe following the basket by LeBron James. 6 on the shot clock, and he gets it to go. Kobe's got it all tied up now for the West All-Stars.
Kyrie Irving grew up right across the Hudson over in New Jersey. Plenty of friends and family in attendance. I'm sure he'll be as motivated as ever to put on a show.
The shot's good from LeBron.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Now, here's Lillard. Lets the 3 fly. A rebound by Jefferson. Jefferson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. James with it, guarded now by Durant. LeBron kicks to Irving. Outside Williams. Passes it to Anthony. Williams dishes to Irving. The shot, no good. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Here's the lob to the hoop. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Woo-hoo! That's exactly why you watch the All-Star game, to see plays just like that.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Parker comes in for Anthony, and John Wall subbed in for Kyrie Irving. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Cousins is checked in. Now here's Wall, looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Jefferson. It's stolen by Bryant. Lillard with it. Williams picks him up. And the basket by Lillard. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Wall attacking. The pass to Parker. Outside for Jefferson. Outside, Wall. Hits it from three-point range.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
On the wing, Bryant. He's guarded by Williams. From the wing, Kobe with the bucket. Bryant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
James kicks to Jefferson. Jefferson setting the pick for Parker. The tray. Second shot opportunity. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Jefferson. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Jefferson. Paul George comes in for James. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Williams. And West also making a switch. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Lillard. Now Cousins. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Paul goes in, dishes to Cousins, and he takes that one up and powers it through. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
Here's Wade, and the layup is good. Wade's got his second bucket.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Durant. He's got 11. The offensive rebound, Griffin. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound, and once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Durant against George. Here's Love. West All-Stars with the rebound. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Cousins can't get it to go. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. To the middle. And the ball goes out of bounds. Turned over.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The East making a switch. Rose is checked in.
Well, playing in the All-Star game, something to really be proud of. And, of course, the starters are voted in by the fans. The reserves are voted in by the coaches. Either way, it's a heck of an honor.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Paul goes in. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Here's Rose. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Pass to Wade. He's looking for Love and finds him. And he banks in the layup. Love's got 6 points.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And to me, it looks pretty clear on the instant replay, guys. The ball was out of his hands in time. I mean, they need to get this one right. It's a big situation here.
Yeah, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion, Clark. The camera gives us a good look at it. There's a tick or two left on the clock.
And they're going to count it. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
Yeah, good to see them get that one right. That's exactly why we have this rule in place. And I like it. Each basket is so important in these games that you've just got to make sure you get it right at the end of the quarters.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. West All-Stars lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
Yeah, and Kevin, often the second half is where you see that intensity turned up a bit.
Well, yeah, the first half maybe a little more loose, and then the second half is where it can get more competitive once the game is on the line.
The West All-Stars with the ball. 4-point game. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. They've got Kobe. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Paul in at the point guard position.
Chris Paul playing in his 8th All-Star game. He was the All-Star MVP 2 seasons back when he tallied 20 points on 10 shots to go along with 15 assists. That's efficient playing at the point guard spot. You put him alongside these other great players, and it's like a kid in a candy store.
Jefferson's shot is off. Now here's Paul. Paul left side. 5 on the clock. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And Chris Paul averages over 12 assists in All-Star games.
Well, just over 13 points per game. So you can tell, his favorite thing to do in a game like this is to set the table and help create highlights for his teammates rather than for himself. That's the kind of player he is anyway.
The first free throw is good.
Well, Blake Griffin, a perennial All-Star. This his 5th appearance, and he got off to a hot start last go-round with 8 dunks in the first 11 minutes. Where's the defense?
Nowhere to be found, Clark. Nowhere to be found. That one is no good.
And Griffin finishing with 38 points last season, just 4 shy of Wilt Chamberlain's record. Durant also with 38. And that's the most combined points ever by 2 All-Star teammates.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Outside for Durant. Jacks up a 3, and he gets the bucket. Durant's got 14.
Defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
And here's the East. They trail by 6. And Griffin feasting at the rim is 19 field goals, the most in All-Star history.
Yeah, he's always been efficient in the All-Star game, converting almost 80% of his attempts over his career. And that game lends itself to what he does, run the floor and finish in high-flying fashion.
Wall passes to James. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Cousins.
Kevin, the fans love to see the big dunks, and they've not been disappointed here.
No, these guys have been throwing it down with reckless abandon. Just an all-star caliber highlight reel.
The East All-Stars shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
been a solid outing for LeBron. He's got 24 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
No, that's important. I mean, get to the foul line. Any team, when you can outscore your opponent from the foul line, it's critical, and he's trying to do his part right there.
Now here's Bryant. 10 points for him. Rejected by Wade. Ball goes in. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Griffin with the dunk.
I tell you what, it never gets old watching him work, does it, fellas?
No, Clark, that's a good way to put it. He will work. Great example of that on the offensive glass right there.
Yeah, just blue-collar stuff. And then he put a little flair in the dunk. John Wall back for his second All-Star appearance. Last year he helped lead the East to victory, and he also won the dunk contest, so quite a weekend for him.
And Wall had to wait until his 4th season to make an All-Star game for the former #1 pick of relief to finally be selected.
Yeah, but that was more a function of him battling injuries and not shooting the ball that well that led to him. And it's not a bad thing sometimes to have to work to earn those All-Star berths. I mean, you appreciate them more when it doesn't come easy for you.
First one falls for him. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And here is Paul. 8 points for him. Out to Kobe. Left side, Bryant. Outside Durant. 6 to shoot. Paul against Wade. The wide open look for Durant. And a miss here on the triple. It's a close game here in New Orleans. And the dunk by James.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. At this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. Right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. Look at Steve, got the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah,
gotta love it.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also with a sub. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Chris Paul. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer, and he gets it to go. James has got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Wall against Westbrook. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The West All-Stars have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And the first one at the line is good. No good on the second free throw.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
Here's Wade, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Wade's got 8 points.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Now here's Curry. Here's Davis. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Anthony. Pass to Wall. For the tie, he lays it in. Wall's got the game tied up here for the East All-Stars.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
Well, they're finding the holes in the defense, Clark, and they're exploiting them.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. For 3. Rebounded by Anthony.
well-contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
Savage. That's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
And Davis throws it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Now here's Wall. He's got 8. Anthony with the screen on Westbrook. Wall dishes to Wade. Kicks it to Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked by Duncan. Westbrook against Wall. And Westbrook, here we go. He is capable, Clark, of some incredible athleticism.
And we just got a chance to see it on full display right there.
Well, you got to love a point guard who can finish like a power forward.
Wall's shot is off.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Westbrook passes to Davis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Now here's LeBron, and he has 28 points for the game. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Westbrook kicks to Davis, and the layup's good off the glass. Davis has got the lead up to 6 now for the West All-Stars.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
That's good.
Pretty much no chance for the smaller defender to block that jumper.
Yeah, he knows exactly how to use his size to his advantage there.
The 3 from Harden. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Woo-hoo-hoo, Kevin. They're firing on all cylinders. That shot caps a nice run going into the final quarter.
We've been having a great time here, and we hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
Both teams putting on a show.
Boy, it sure has been fun to watch, hasn't it?
They've got LeBron James. Lowry out there with Rose. Then it's Paul George, and it's Love in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. Griffin dishes to Paul. In low to Cousins. That's good. Cousins has got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the West All-Stars. And here are the East All-Stars now. 9-point game. And it's Rose penetrating. There's the bucket. Good.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Now here's Bryant. Now Griffin inside. Outside for Durant. And James pulls it down. Down low, here's Lowry. The shot's good on the assist by George.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Kobe against Lowry. And stolen by LeBron. And it's Lowry penetrating. Outside, George for the 3. And that is good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Well, those are key baskets. We know he can deliver down the stretch.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
Yeah, he is none too pleased with the play of his club out there, and looks like they need a little time to get things sorted out here.
I don't know of any coaches that would be too happy if they just saw their team give up a run like this one.
Al Jefferson is checked in for James. Rose against Paul. Outside, Kobe. Lots of room. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Good ball movement. You put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Now here is Lowry. Here's the lob to the hoop, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Bryant, shot's good. Bryant's got 4 this quarter.
They're taking so many shots down there, and they're knocking them down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today. Pound that thing inside.
And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Up the floor. The feed to Kobe. Durant against Love. Durant, the pass to Griffin. Here's Cousins. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the West All-Stars.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin, closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Rose gets a wide open look. That doesn't go either for Rose.
And poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
This is when they need to be patient, work the ball, and find a high percentage shot.
A nice shot by George.
I think he's been kind of passive today. And, you know, maybe that one will get him going. I think for them to be successful, he needs to be the one to do the bulk of the scoring.
Now here's Paul. It's stolen by Lowry. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
On offense, here are the West All-Stars. 6-point lead. And George kicks to Rose. That ball's nice feed that time from Jordan.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Paul goes in. The dish to Griffin. Outside for Durant. Three-pointer. Al Jefferson grabs the miss. Jefferson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Big time is right, Clark. A lot of momentum here offensively.
Now Durant. Following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. It's Durant with the drive, and he gets it to go.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Nobody near George. Hits the jumper in space. George has got 7 points here in this quarter.
He was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Durant in the corner. There's the 3. Durant with another miss.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And some changes here for the East. Wade comes in for Kyle Lowry. And it's John Wall in for Rose. Here's George. Feeds it to Jefferson. The turnaround. And it falls over the rim and in. Now just a 2-point West All-Star lead.
You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks. But that's not the case here.
No, not at all. They're putting this run together with a lot of mid-range jump shots. So I'm seeing a pretty good display of marksmanship right now.
Now here's Wall. Following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Wall, that's good.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Durant attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Now here's Wade. He dishes it to Jefferson. The 15-footer, it's good! And tie game, that is a huge basket right there.
Boy, just look at what Jefferson is doing.
A Drive by Paul. Here's Cousins. No good. Jefferson with some nice D. The game has come down to this.
Ginormous possession here.
What intensity.
Crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
And it's the West All-Stars ball. Paul dishes to Bryant. Lets it go. Buries it. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Boy, he quieted the crowd with that big shot. That's a big play.
Yeah, the crowd's been hoping for something to cheer for, but nothing.
.29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Jefferson, here we go. Can't get it to go. And the West All-Stars have possession. Outside Bryant. Outside Durant. That will count.
Breathtaking, Steve. Absolutely breathtaking. I'm out of breath.
So a close game sees the West All-Stars taking this one.